Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 81 in the book of Revelation. We're in chapter 21 today, almost to the end. Never want it to end. Revelation has been fantastic. Revelation 21, we're going to start in verse 5. We're in the place where all creation has been renewed. We get a new heaven. We get a new earth. We get new immortal and indestructible bodies. And then certain realities are just new. There's been a destruction of death. Nobody dies anymore. And then we get what the ESV said is the greatest blessing of heaven, which is the unhindered fellowship with God himself. You can write that down. The greatest blessing of heaven will be the unhindered fellowship with God himself. So the curse is reversed. There's no more death. There's no more mourning. There's no more pain. And now today we're going to find out that there's a river, which I'm going to call today the heavenly Venice. So here we are, Revelation 21, verse 5. And he who was seated on the throne, that's God himself, God the Father, said, "Behold, I am making all things new." Also, he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." Verse 6. And he said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty I will give from the spring of the water of life without payment." So let me pause there. Go back to verse 5. I am making all things new. So new judgments. There's going to be new real estate. There's going to be new homes. They'll basically those that are near God and those that are away from his presence. Then there's going to be this new reality of no more tears, no more death, no more crying. There's going to be a new earth and new bodies. And he says, write this down because it is true. And Revelation is a blessing in general. And we got to know this stuff. The knowing of the future informs our present. Verse 6, then he says, "It is done." It's the same as the last judgment from the seventh bowl. It's the same as the last words on the cross. And it's the same as the last words of Psalm 22. It is done. His enemies and opposers have been put away, and he's gathered and transformed and rewarded and brought near his saints. Saints are those who are alive in the Lord, sinners who have been saved, knuckleheads who have drawn near. He describes himself in two ways today that I want to emphasize. One is the alphabet. So this imagery of these little block letters, the alphabet, the Alpha and Omega, or in our language, A to Z. So the Lord is kind of like putting out the letters of the alphabet, Alpha at creation and Omega here in Revelation. And then we find out that God is the manipulator of this. He's beyond the beginning as we understand it here, and he's beyond the end as we can even understand it. So he's beyond the borders of the time of our universe. And then if you're like a Big Bang believer, he's the one that holds time and ingredients before the Big Bang, the 5 seconds before the Big Bang, or the 5 eons before the Big Bang. So I am the beginning and the end, and beyond the beginning and the end. And then he talks, the second imagery is of a river. To the thirsty, he says, he's looking for a hunger for the Lord, staying thirsty for you, your throne and your offering. Isaiah 55 talks about this and the price of the water that comes out of the throne. For him, it was everything. For you, it's going to be nothing except for one thing. And the one thing is free, and that is your free will. You're yielding from your little acre of power. It's worship from your heart. It's the only thing that only you are uniquely free to give. Isaiah 55 here, let me quote it. It says, "Come, everyone who thirsts, come to the waters. He who has no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without price." So he's inviting us, come to the waters, come to everyone who's thirsty, come to this heavenly home, come buy and eat everyone who has no money. Buy without money he who is without price. If I can get he who is out, if I can get he who is without price, without money, then what is the cost? Well, here it is. It's the coming. It will cost you nothing but the coming. For he has already came and bore all the costs. Because he has come and bore all the costs, it cost you nothing but the coming. It costs you, however, everything in the coming. So we have this one source, one cost, without money, without price, but you do need to come. So how much does it cost to become a believer? Well, no money. You can't buy this, but it's everything else. It's all the expensive stuff. It's your will, it's your pride, it's your plans. It's giving him your past. It's your coming. So this throne upon which God sits launches this spring of water of life. And the architecture of the city, of this new heavenly kingdom, we don't know everything about it, but here's one thing we know. Like Venice, the main street is flooded, and flowing down the middle is this river. In chapter 22, verse 1, it says, "Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life." That's the one that flows from the throne. "Bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb, through the middle of the street of the city." And also on the either side of the river were trees of life. So it's like a heavenly Venice. It's the uniquely sourced, universally distributed, desperately needed, and generously dispensated throne of grace imaged by this water. Hebrews 4:16 says, "Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace in help in times of need." So this definitely is a picture, a place, a person, an alphabet, and a river that I want to be part of. I am thirsty for it. And that's exactly what God wants for us. He makes everyone thirsty and everyone free to come. He's made you free so that you can be free to come. There's no joy for God in the compelling. Oh, yes, he's just, and yes, he's wrathful, and at some point, every knee is going to bow. But he asks us, invites us to come to the waters, come to the river of the water of life, drink from the water of life. It's without payment. It will cost you nothing but the coming. Why? For he already came and bore all the costs. Drink with me from this river of life that flows from the heavenly throne. Join me in the heavenly Venice. Thanks for listening.